What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, another real estate video coming at you. Today we're going to talk about what's actually going on with the real estate market. Did a video recently talking about a real estate bubble, why we're not in one. I talked about what an actual bubble is, a real bubble that's going on right now. So if you're brand new to this channel, you've never seen it before, check that video out. Just click on my channel. First, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell on so you do get the notifications. I do got a lot of videos coming up, especially in regards to if you're interested in getting your license or learning more about just the real estate business in general, investing, any of that stuff. Hit that bell. Well, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. You guys know the drill. Every YouTuber says it. I don't like harping down people's throat. I don't like jumping down your throat. I don't like harping people. See, I'm just not good at it. Just do it for me. We're talking about the real estate market, though. Because while we're not in a bubble, right, I'm just a stickler. I like to use the actual terms. Bubble, to, again, not what we're in. Just because prices went up, it doesn't mean bubble. Bubbles are actually scary. If I thought we were in a bubble, I'd have a different tone with my voice. I'd be sounding the alarms. I'd be letting everybody know. That's a life-changing situation if you play your cards wrong, and it's very easy to do that in a bubble. But nonetheless, you are seeing a shift in the real estate market. So I'm going to bring up Altos Research here. You can type in your city and state. They can kind of give you some market data on here. So a popular city where I'm at, Blue Springs, Missouri. We can see right here, still a strong seller's market. We can look at some data over here and kind of deep dive. Can we just zoom in a little bit? Am I covering up too much? All right, we'll start here at the bottom. So you can see, now when it comes to timing the market, so my income is, trading stocks to time the market every day. I'll argue with someone over timing the stock market to the death. They say people can't do it. I do it all the time. That's where I get my main income. That's how I buy houses. But when it comes to timing real estate, that's about 1 billion times harder. Right? It moves slower, but then when it does move, the changes are abrupt. So you can see here just the price fluctuations just in this city where I'm at. Here's a 7-day average, a 90-day average up here, and just kind of how the price is fluctuating. And so this is just the median price, and things going up and down. You guys know how to read a graph. But let's focus on this data right here real quick. Where's my settings are a little sensitive. Real-time market profile. All right, so we've seen interest rates go up. We saw investors quit buying pretty much about the same time. So in June, there was a record-setting slowdown in the home prices, right? So along with that, some other facts, it was the largest monthly inventory gain in the last 12 years. Some already just decreasing from pandemic highs, so it's coming down. Kind of sounds like the stock market in general, but so along with that, we're seeing it hit the market. So we're seeing price decreases up 39% just in this area. This is actually a strong market. Now where I live, this is actually a pretty sought after area. This is actually this is a pretty decent looking this market. I bring this up because I'm licensed in Missouri, and I don't like talking about the whole United States. While you guys can use this, come up with your own ideas and everything, I am not the big YouTubers. I can just blurt random stuff out because I want it to be right. But each market is its own. But even then, highly sought after. We're watching the needle just throttle back. So here's last month, here's now, here's today. You guys, again, you can read it. So we're seeing price decreases, increases, obviously coming down. Inventory jumping up quite a bit. What's the other one? So the median days on market. We're seeing things leave the market, selling same day. Now they're hanging out. Now another thing we're all starting to see was right here, 0 days on the market. It was, I will buy that house, take you to dinner. I'll also give you my car. Not to mention, I'm 50,000, whatever you're asking, 50,000 more, right? Will you please entertain my offer? That's not even like a give me. That's like a, will you please just look at it? Is that good enough for a response? Now quite the shift coming from all the way through July to now. Because now we're hanging out on the market. We're also seeing sellers ask for things like, I'm going to buy this house. I'll give you what you're asking, but you're going to pay closing. That used to be just traditional real estate. That was almost like a given. You're gonna buy the house. All right, we'll give them full asking, they're going to pay for closing. That's your little give and take a little bit. At least in this area, that was probably 99% of my deals before this whole pandemic happened. And it was just smooth sailing. It was a nice, easy market. Spent some time on there. You had to actually, recently, like, you could take pictures with your cell phone. You didn't have to clean. You could be naked on the couch, just this slob sitting there. And someone's like, I don't care. Is he staying or it doesn't matter. I'm just curious if that guy's still here when I move in. You know, like, back in the day, you had to take good pictures, had to present it well, and then the transaction usually went pretty smooth. We're starting to get back to that. So while the bubble's, it's not a bubble, but while there's, let's just call it what it is, correcting, right? We got a little excited. It's time to rein it back in. The reason why I'm such a stickler on this is because I think some of you guys are going to miss it. The way we're reining things back in is the party's over. The high is done. Like a drug high, which is probably the worst example for me to give you because I've never been that, but I've never even had a runner's high as much as I work out. The excitement's over. Time to come back in. For stocks, I call this recognize a win streak. You were on such a tear, but it's time to get back to reality. Now we're going to get back to how things, usually are. I'm excited for it. But I think a lot of you guys, hopefully maybe I'm just bringing this to you and we can just square up, Because if you're looking to invest or buy, I've seen this time and time again. I do talk to a lot of investors, so maybe I'm a little more biased towards them and shaking them. They'll miss this. It'll drop. Now you're going to watch, let's just say we're going to look at this graph. Don, I'm just going to wait for that to hit buyer's market. That needle's going to drop right there. That's when I'm going to buy. It's going to hover right at 40, 45, 50. And you're thinking, no, it's coming up lower. And then we're going to hit the throttle again. Something's going to happen in the market. When the Rona first came out, and I still got to call that because I don't know if YouTube's demonetizing this or not, but when that first came out, we saw housing prices drop. We thought everyone thought that was going to be the real estate crash. I mean, we've been talking about a real estate crash for years. Not real estate professionals, but everyone else, like on Facebook, they've been talking about it forever. And then if you bought a house when someone first started talking about a crash, your house value has probably doubled since then. So good job. No, where was he going with that? This correcting, this pullback is going to, again, I can't say it enough, happen quickly. If you're looking to buy, focus on you for now. First of all, is it a flip? Is it a rental? Is it you're going to live in this yourself? You want a good deal. I'm not suggesting time the market. I think you should time yourself and your abilities to pay for that mortgage. That's something I will harp on all day long. Doesn't matter what it is. The market can do whatever it wants. If the agreement you make between, if you're not paying cash, between you and that bank, your lender, whoever you go to, that's between you and him. I'm going to buy that property, that stack of 2x4s, 2x6s in that shape. I'm going to pay you this much for the next 30 years. That's it. Hurricanes outside, asteroids coming down. This is me and you. That's obviously the number one thing you should be focusing on, because if life happens or anything like that, you want to have your finances set to be able to do that. Try to keep the momentum going. But when you see this back off, don't wait forever. If there's one takeaway from this, it's just don't wait for it. You're going to wait for this supreme deal right here, because it's going to pop down. You're going to think, no. It's going to pop back up. You're like, no, that's a little blip. It's going to come back down. Then I'm going to buy. The throttle's already going to be on. You're going to be late to the party. You're just going to get a bad deal anyway. Let's take a look at a couple markets real quick. What was a popular? Everybody left California, didn't they? They moved to Texas. Let's just look up Dallas. Dallas, Texas. This was actually a popular one. Let's bring that up. So already throttled down quite a bit. Now, actually, what I showed you was my area, a pretty sought out area, so it doesn't surprise me. But look at this. This is quite a bit better example. Could have just led with this one. So median days on the market. Look at that. We went from 7 days. We're hanging out. That's in March. So July, we're already kicking up. We're 3 times as much. Hovering, double to 3 times as much. Now we're 28 days. 4 times the amount of time on the market. As far as prices go, we're seeing that drops. We're seeing the price decreases pop up. We're seeing the price increases go down. Inventory jumping up. We went from, in April, 565 houses on the market to 1,400. Did everybody just finally get the lights turned on? Like, hey, wait a minute. We got to sell this thing for top dollar. We got to sell it now. The one thing I will say about this, the demand isn't going anywhere. Here's why you're going to miss. This is the main point I wanted to get across to you guys. That's why I probably sounded really slow a little bit ago. The demand is still there. Prices just got out of reach. So when we correct, we're going to bring levels down to within arm's reach of some people, and you're going to see that demand come out of nowhere. So right now, it's like we're feeling the market out. You got a product. You're a kid. You're selling lemonade. 25 cents a cup. You can't keep inventory. 50 cents a cup. Still no difference. $1 a cup. Flying off the shelves. $1.50. The kids quit showing up. The mom and dad still do. $2. Everyone stops. Okay. Now it's time to correct. Like, well, we've got all this inventory now. Like, we got all this lemonade stacking up. Let's bring it back. Let's discount our prices, see if we can move a little bit more. $1.50, get some people back in. $1.25, now those other people had saved. The kids come back. Now the new price is $1.25, not $1. So you won't entirely see a crash. You'll see it correct. It's going to pull back, rein it back to reality. Right now with inflation sending everything high and people's incomes hanging out like they just missed the boat. They didn't get the memo. It's out of people's reach, but it won't be for long. Raises are still coming. If you look at the not inventory, but employment, we're still at record low employment. They're going to catch up. They're going to get raises. There will be a new base price for these people, and that's where you'll see this needle bounce. So if you're going to try to time it, it's cool, but try to time it more in a phase. Like, if you're going to try to get the bottom dollar, you're not going to do it. If you try to get the bottom-ish section, hey, it's come down. I think this is, we're going to hang out here for a while, and then you start going on the hunt. There's deals in every market. They just become easier to find when it's closer to a buyer's market. So I'll actually wrap it up here. Let me know. Have you ever used this website? You go to altosresearch.com. It's not affiliate or anything like that. But you could type in your city, check out the data, see what's going on. Mainly watch this. It's a game of supply and demand, which you probably won't understand in too much detail as far as real estate goes. But watch the increase. We have enough demand to support this. This, by the way, when you see this number going up, you're seeing a lot of reports about foreclosures hitting the market and all that, and cool story. Again, that takes almost 1,000 days for this to actually hit the market. This isn't foreclosures hitting the market like some fear mongers would like to have you believe. This is just people selling their houses. So I'll wrap it up here. Let me know down below, have you ever used this? How's the housing market looking in your area? And what other real estate videos can I make for you guys? Get you guys up to speed on this. Let's try to time this market too. Hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.